So, collecting tube amplifiers. It's complicated because there's so many different manufacturers. There's guys that rise to the top of the pack. Fender is probably the king of amplifiers, in large part because in those early days, Leo Fender used to sit at the side of stages and ask guys what they wanted. Imagine that. Imagine seeing the president of Fender at your gig with his Armani suit and his Ferrari parked outside, asking you what you thought you needed as a musician. That's what Leo Fender started his company with, is having his nose in stuff. Ampeg made some great stuff. They were really more high fidelity, and they made fun of Fender, to be honest. And they make great stuff, very bulletproof. Reissues generally don't ignite the tubes the way it does. A really good tube amplifier is going to take a tube and heat it up. It should be like revving high. If you think of a Ferrari and it's really high revving, I equate that to tubes that have a lot of heat on the grid and they're really using the tube. At that, when the tube is running so hot it's hard to touch, that burns through the tubes, and that's why they don't do it these days. It eats up those expensive tubes, but it makes everything so touch sensitive and such a lot of headroom, which if you play light has this blooming sound, and if you play heavy it breaks up, and that only comes from running tubes hot. Now I'm going to play just for 2 amps right here. We've got a bunch of really cool stuff if you look at our website. This is a 1966 Fender Reverb. We just sold the other one that's on the website, and this is probably one of the most in-demand amplifiers because it's lightweight and it's just the perfect wattage. The rooms that want big loud sound are just far and few. The small rooms, there's many more of those for a working musician to play. So this 66 Princeton Reverb as Fender went from their TV front to wide panel to black face, they were looking to get rid of distortion. It was another level of distortion-free performance. And then, later on in the 70s, they realized, hey, guys want the distortion. Always keep in mind that when you turn up your volume on any Fender, you turn down your bass or you're going to get a really flooded sound. Princeton is great. It's a single channel amplifier. It's always been in demand. It is really in demand in the past 3 to 5 years. This, my friends, is a really interesting amplifier. We've had it here for a while and we kind of wonder why. It's got the original cover. It's the original covering. It's all stock. We know where this amp came from. It was bought by a friend of ours that shops at the store, and he bought it with a 3-neck steel from a farm auction. And this is a 1 owner. Well, okay, my friend makes it the 2nd owner, but it really hasn't been messed with in any way. The speakers are original, the tubes are original, the transformer is original, the covering is original, the handle is a repro, but the other handle is back here. So it has a perfectly functional handle, the original handle, but this handle is a repro, so you can use it and drag it and swing it and do whatever. It is a really great amplifier. Now the Super was really one of their more professional amplifiers with 2 10-inch speakers and had 6L6s that burned pretty hot in this era. And here it is with this 1956 Strat. great sounding amplifier. Pretty simple, 2 channels, 2 volumes, 1 tone control, nice simple circuit, this wide panel era, a little cleaner than the TV front era, and as a collectible, this is so clean. There really isn't any marks. There's a few little hairs on here at the end. The printing is good. The knobs are original. Even the jacks are original. The nuts that go over the jack is original. It is completely original. The cover is original. The amp sounds fantastic. This is a 1955 Super amp, and this is a 1956 Strat refinish that's on our website.